Please start clapping for this next comic coming on the stage. He's a regular here all over the city. Give it up for Rory Scholl, everybody.
Oh my God. I can vouch for Troy's edibles, by the way. I had one about 30 minutes ago, so it's gonna be fun. All right. Seriously, I smoked so much weed over the pandemic, I thought I had a roommate. I don't. But I would wake up every day and goes, "Who ate my food? He did it again. Stop buying Funko Pops on Amazon, you dick, with my credit card." But this is good. You know, we need this because after 18 months of, just sitting on the couch watching movies, getting fat, not having anybody over, not being invited anywhere, no social life, no dating, no sex, and then the pandemic hits, one thing after the other. Crazy. I grew up in Texas. Yep. Oh, why? I mean, where? Where are you from? Dallas, me too. Okay. Yeah. We're both here now, so not a big one. Really. So, okay. But they handled it differently down there, didn't they? First of all, they said this would be a good time to give everyone a gun without a permit. Like, if I still lived there, I would have shot myself 4 times by now. I'm that clumsy. I nearly knocked myself out last week using the wrong end of a brush. So I definitely would have shot myself. They dealt with the pandemic so differently, though, They don't know how expensive it is up here. My friend Roxanne was saying, she's like, "Rory, just do what me and the kiddos do, Just every week we pick a different room in the house, and we pretend we vacation there." She's like, with the den or the office or the living room, spare bedroom, they start making up rooms. The floogly room, the bloogly room. I'm like, it's an extra room. If I try hard enough, I can open up the refrigerator while sitting on my toilet. The best I can do is stick my head in the oven and pretend I'm dying in Tahiti. Is that okay? Jeez. Everybody vaccinated? Woo! Yeah! That seems to kind of work. So good. That's good. I did it because there were a lot of options. I got the Kraft Singles vaccine. Pretty good about that. I get very, very nervous with needles. So on the way to my first shot, I was watching YouTube videos on how the rest of the country was handling their 15-minute break. And, there were comics in places, there were bands. I think Yo-Yo Ma played here at the Javits Center. I went to a gutted-out high school in Jamaica, Queens. Nary a cellist in sight. Reminds me of a Michael Bay movie when they have to make a hospital out of a gym because the aliens are attacking. And they didn't have anything relaxing at all. There was no music. In fact, while we were waiting in line, there was a video on loop of all the possible side effects you could get. Oh my God, it's fucking awful. I know. It's like waiting in line for a bad Disney World ride or something. I thought a guy in a costume was going to come out and say, "I'm Clotty the blood clot. Who wants an aneurysm?" I'll take one. Because I can talk myself into having anything. I think it's called psychosomatic. Is that right?
Hypochondria.
Like a hypochondriac. You're a hypochondriac. That's what you are. Yes, all right, very good. We'll call it that too. Yeah. But I watched so much daytime TV over the pandemic. I thought at one point I had mesothelioma. Turns out it was just vaginal mesh. So it was good. Cleared up with a reverse mortgage. So good. Other people watch The Price is Right too. That's nice. Nobody learned any new skills at all. I didn't. I tried. I know I tried. Because once a month I get a $12 charge on my credit card for my French lessons. That's it. Unfortunately, the thing I did learn was that I needed glasses and I grew what I'm calling a mustache. That's all this is. My glasses, my mustache, and I wore a robe the entire time. I look like the Pringles mascot going through a bad divorce. Not good. This is the best I can do in 18 months? Kind of like a Walt Disney with a concussion right now. It's like, "Oh, mouse with gloves." All right, well, back in the tub. I had an audition for Law and Order. I know if I get it, all my lines are going to be, "I ain't never even been to that playground," So maybe I should change. Hypochondria. That's what I'm going to say every word. Every word now. Now I have to commit to that. All right. I'm having. See, what's happening is I'm having trouble with conversations. Anybody else having trouble with conversations?
Yes.
It's hard to talk to people again. I was on the street the other day, a couple weeks ago. It was a particularly windy day, and I said this to a complete stranger, and I said it in this voice. I said, well, I sure picked the wrong day to wear a new hat. A 30s keystone top or something. There's a real Donnybrook down at Ebbets Field. Shall we away, my gay companion? You understand? I went to my favorite bodega deli, and I can't go there again because the first maskless conversation was very awkward. I was like, may I have a turkey and Swiss? And he said, hero or roll? And I said, no, I'm going to eat that at home. And he said, what? And I said, what? And then I ran away. All the way home. Sucks. Closest one to my house, I can never go back. Been trying. I tried to learn, how to do the social media. I was got a TikTok account for absolutely no reason. I understand TikTok. I swear my volume on my phone is always off, but if I open TikTok, it's at full blast. No matter where I am, doctor's office, restaurant, it's always, oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. What the fuck is that? Every video is that. Yeah. Facebook, I get on too many political arguments. Yeah, it's not. Nobody cares what your politics are online. That it's people always say, like, what branch of the military did you serve in? Like, I can't have an opinion if I didn't serve in the military. And you don't want me to serve in the military. All right? Everything I know about the military is from playing with G.I. Joe dolls in the backyard. Okay, so if the mission is to get from the picnic table to the garden hose without the Transformers killing you, then I'm good in the military. Thank you, hypochondria woman. All right, that was just for you. I knew you'd enjoy that one. So I'm in my 40s, I'm single, live in a basement apartment with a cat, and I really thought at this point in my life I'd have 2 cats. I also like how some of you started laughing before I got to the punchline. Very hurtful. I love my cat though. When we moved in together, right? I asked his parents for his hand in marriage. May I marry Valentino and make him the happiest cat ever? But our building wouldn't allow pets. We weren't allowed pets, so I had to keep them a secret. And I swear, I think my neighbors thought I had a hostage in there instead of a cat. Because all day long they would hear things like, "Where do you think you're going?" Nobody even knows you're here. You can't go outside. Give me a kiss. Get weird looks in the lobby. He's great though. We had a good time over the pandemic. We bonded. I take him on walks. He's a caddy. I like to walk him around the neighborhood, and it's fun. And my neighbors love him more than they love me, and rightly so, because he's a goddamn angel. But it hurts sometimes. We were sitting on the bench, and my neighbor lady walked by, and she was on her cell phone, and she saw us there, and she's like, "Oh my God. Yeah, oh no, there's this cat man, he wants his cat, and they're out right now, and he's so handsome." No, the cat. I just got cock-blocked by Valentino the cat. All right. And this is a new thing, too. I was walking him, and somebody came up to me, and I don't know why they had to do this, but they're like, "Oh, is that a cat on a leash? Oh, I had a cat. We had to put him down." Yeah, feline AIDS. It was 14. Well, bye. And it just will take the joy away from someone walking a cat. I can't do that if I see someone pushing their grandfather or mother in a wheelchair. Oh, is that your grandmother? She's adorable. We just put mine down. Yeah. Gambling problem. She's 93. All right. Well, bye, Fern. Good luck. So I say I grew up in Texas. I went through the Texas high school system. Yeah, that is a joke, and right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you were they very Friday night lights there too? Like football. That's what, yeah. It's crazy. So, which it was kind of good for me because I didn't have to study too hard. Because we had coaches instead of teachers, and the entire football team was in my history class, and the coach would walk around saying things like, B, sure, you know the answer to number 3. C, if you can figure out number 8. D is the answer to number 22. So not a good high school education. Hey, they just found out there's a room in Grand Central that they just opened that hasn't been open in 100 years. 100 years, which is cool. They had all these old blueprints and all these old maps, and they said one wall was covered entirely in graffiti. So I'm thinking, what does graffiti look like from 100 years ago? What is that? It's like, your sister wears pants. For a keen time called Klondike 5-5 blow. I sure picked the wrong day to wear a new hat. I'm Rory Scholl. Thank you so much.